You start with very minimal berries. It's just a blueberry. Please don't. Okay. Not a good look at how the first run goes. You don't normally fall, but that's okay. I still got a ton of money. Hey guys, Hackerzon here. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm gonna do a run of Berry Berry Berry. This is not a first impressions look. I actually already got all the achievements on this before I was trying to do well and doing videos consistently and everything like that. But this has been one of my favorite incrementals of at least the last notable while, at least of the year. And it's really awesome. Like I said, went through and got all the achievements. Here's my secondary save where you got to beat or get any of the endings in under an hour. I'm not going to do that. That was stressful. I don't know if I did that the best way I could have. But here's my normal file here. And really, it's super fun. And I want to show you guys how absolutely hectic and outrageous it gets when you're kind of doing your resets and your prestiges and everything like that. It's really fun to just watch how hectic it can be before you even start expanding. So let's hop into it. And don't forget, if you guys do dig the content, I'd super appreciate if you could leave a like, comment, and subscribe just to help out the YouTube algorithm gods. And oh my god, I just fell in the freaking hole without even paying attention, but that's good though, and I'll do it again just to show you guys. Here's all the upgrades and money and everything like that, but let me show you guys why I don't want to do this. This is obviously game beat, ready to do endings, so let's hop in the hole. See ya! And we're going to do a fresh rewind. If you do pick up the game, or if you're early into playing the game, the rewinds, you can keep going as much as you want, and it'll keep giving you that 25% permanent growth speed that you'll see up here. That's with juiced, but they do cap at 2 million. So if you need to consume props to get more stars, to upgrade your berries and things like that, which that will make sense as I show you the game going. But you can keep rolling if you need to. So we're going to do another one. Oh yeah, got to click multiple times. I haven't played it in a couple weeks, so show you guys a fresh run. But as a fresh run, though, you do start with your good berries, though. That's where it gets crazy, because you at least have all of that upgraded. I already forget to play. I got to drop, not throw. Normally, I would play the intro a lot faster, and the coins all get in the way. I think the best you can do, really, realistically, is getting the hole to grow larger 3 times. But as you can see, this is already getting absurd and impossible. Okay, with all the pumpkins, seems like it might be easier to do 4 if I can even get the pumpkin in the hole. I can't. Okay, I actually haven't done a fresh prestige or fresh rewind after having gotten all upgrades and all of my berries being pumpkins and yada yada yada. So I'm just gonna pick up what I can. Dude, I can't even move. Holy crap. Where's the hole? There's the hole. Okay. I can't get anywhere. Okay, as we're slowing down here, if I don't fall in the hole, because I can't even see it, there's no way I'm going to be able to pick up all this money. What you do when you do a fresh run, you start with very minimal berries. It's just a blueberry. Please don't. Okay. Not a good look at how the first run goes. You don't normally fall, but that's okay. I still got a ton of money. And you normally just got to feed the hole and make a little bit of money, buy a little bit of upgrades, and go from there. Again, the idea is to show you how hectic this can get, and you kind of already saw it, but we're going to show you a little bit more. So a couple upgrades we're going to grab right off the bat while we're still in the small first zone is the Berry Blitz ability. That's going to increase growth rate for a short duration. And then we'll also grab Berry Fountain, which increases the hole size and makes sure all of the berries are launched towards the hole. And really, that small combo there is what just breaks everything. But we'll go ahead and grab some other stuff too. Movable hole is obviously great. Hole movement range. Really just grab a bunch of the cheap stuff since I already made a bunch of money. Sure, why not on day length? I don't care about the pop gun. I don't need any of that. Normally, obviously, that is actually very fantastic, so you don't need to manually pop your stars. You'll see what those look like in a second. But again, I'm just kind of buying random nonsense that I don't really need. You really only need these two to kind of get the ball rolling. Even cooldown doesn't matter because we're only going to use it the once in the beginning. Do some growth, though. That'll make it a lot crazier. Day length is always cool. Buy those till they get expensive. Full movement range. Vacuum capacity is always nice. Auto pickup. Almost forgot about that one. Grab those. And that's still a little cheap. Buy this just to have it. I hate not having stuff. The bibble is nice. It lets you just kind of float around. And sure, why not? Still got a little bit of money. Sledgehammer I do need because I need the chainsaw to actually progress. So, all right. Now, even though I did mess up a little bit and fall in the hole and get consumed, we'll still be able to see how cool this is. So we'll start. And then you're gonna see everything going. And I'm just gonna hit G and H to pop these off and watch what happens because it's super fun. Tons of pumpkins just going. The hole is going to grow larger a lot. It's just on the screen. Cool. Tons of money. And now, without having to break down any walls, see how big the hole is, we're just going to move it and start consuming everything. Hopefully. Yep, there we go. I think. I can't see anything. It's so crazy. Please don't consume myself, though. It's so crazy. Here's those star orbs I was telling you about. Normally, you have to get those so you can upgrade your berries. Again, they start like little blueberries, and eventually they go up to pumpkins. And there is a step past pumpkins as well. It's actually for one of the endings, but it takes 1,000 stars. It takes a good few resets afterwards to get everything going. So, again, we kind of just hang out here, consume everything. I could, if I wanted to be, like, mega ultra effective and speed run, I could start breaking down these walls and trying to start actually consuming everything. But it's just so damn fun and hectic to just do everything in this small-ass room because the fruit has nowhere to go. When you break down all the walls and you're working with a much larger play space, the fruit, I mean, these berries, they're sentient. They got faces and they move, so they can, you know, make things a little harder to all go in the hole. But here, though, nope, they got nowhere else to go. What am I, 7 million? I don't even remember if that's great or not. Nope, okay, but all the collision, though, is about to knock me into the hole, which is exactly what happened on the first one. We're just going to hang out by where the bed spawns. Alright, bed spawns. By the way, if, again, this is a way late game kind of thing, this will follow you and consume you if you hang out too long, so you gotta go to bed. You can spend a little time trying to wake up the, or collect the coins before you gotta go to sleep, though. Alright, let's grab the chainsaw, because that's gonna make our lives a hell of a lot easier. We'll always grab pickup range. Again, we just have so much money here. That's 1 mil. Whole movement speed is super helpful. Movement range, not as necessary because you get more range as more fruit goes into it, but we'll still grab it. 0.5 mil, 1.5 mil, sure. And then there's a trampoline school. Berry chooser's fine. Where is it? Auto star orb popper. That's what you really want when you're kind of first getting started. Breaking them by hand really sucks. Getting the pop gun is nice, but when you start consuming a ton of props, it still gets a little annoying to do. So. Also, let me pop. Can I get settings here? No, I cannot. That's all right. So the auto popper is very nice. And we'll also grab the flower to the bush and to the tree. It's so funny how the game is all like bright and stuff, but then they have a very, very dark turn with golden berry chance. Why not? There's actually a really cool and dark story behind the game. Can't really show you from here, but we're gonna start breaking down the walls. Normally you got to use a sledgehammer and you got to like throw it against the walls, and it's pretty tedious, but you get to a point where you don't need to. And also the funness of doing everything in the small room is really only fun in the first small room, so I'm just gonna spend most of this round breaking down all the walls instead of just one layer at a time. But normally when you play, yeah, you would do one layer, then do another after, you know, a good handful of rounds, getting some money, things like that. Ah, get out of here. Even the chainsaw can be wonky. And then we're just going to start consuming things pretty quickly. I might not do the next layer, just because it still does get overwhelming, even when your hole gets massive. I'm an idiot. It still gets overwhelming. You're like, oh man, what direction should I send the hole to start consuming stuff, at least effectively? And there's also a couple houses in the last zone that are like really massive, and you have to have your hole like way, way, way big to consume it. So sometimes that gets a little annoying, but that's okay. So, got a ton of money. Obviously, I don't really need money. I can do plenty of the next rounds without having to worry about anything. Another cool thing is you can just move the hole under the fruits. You don't actually need to consume or pick up the fruits or vacuum them up or anything like that. You can just chuck it in there. And with maximum pickup range, you see it's just going straight into that. So let's just start consuming stuff. Consuming stuff and props is what the game calls it. That's how you get your stars to pop out. So you definitely want to make sure you're doing that as much as you can. Some stuff you can actually pick up and throw in, like the signs and things like that. Then some stuff you can also... How do I do my... Oh, there's the pop gun if you wanted to do that. You got to do that earlier in the game. But you can also do a little vacuum pulse, and it'll hit some stuff, but some stuff it won't. I'm honestly not sure what the determination is there. Hey, come on. Keep eating stuff. There we go. I'm also already back up to 10 mil. We'll go that way. Why not? Wait, get that rock. Thank you. See ya, trees. But it's a really satisfying game loop. Not only is it silly, if any of you guys have played the game Donut County, that was also another super fun indie game with a similar concept of, you know, whole consume stuff. Kind of like the whole Katamari rolling everything up, right? But it's kind of like a mixture of that and Katamari, in my opinion, a little bit. Oh, damn it. Okay, I was going to explain some of the puzzles to you guys, but let me just go ahead and get the next round started. Buy some random junk. See, I can already do another rewind if I really wanted to, but don't really need to, of course. What's some non-expensive upgrades I don't have yet? $500,000. Oh, there we go. 25, 100K, $500,000, 2 mil, 15, 250, 1 mil, 1 mil, 2 mil. That's fine. Vacuums eventually good, but like again, I just moved the hole around so much with all the upgrades. I don't think it really matters too much. I will need that so I can break into the other walls, and I don't know when I'm gonna do that. So I'm not really doing a speed run. I mean, I am moving pretty damn quick, but what's also cool is, like, depending on what you want to do, if you want to focus on some puzzles, you can just like chuck your hole over there, press Q to make it move, and just chuck it wherever you need to, and then go work on your puzzles. Like, one of the puzzles utilizes this for the radio. That's a very stupid puzzle. I hated that. Then you can use stuff there. There's also like a nice little matchy, like a memory match kind of thing. Then there's more puzzles, but you got to get further out to see them. And then don't look in the building if you don't want spoilers. I can't show you what's up in there because there's some ending-related spoilers. There's another puzzle up here that relates to golden berries, which is chance-based on your guys to spawn. You can also choose what you want to spawn out of your tree or your bush or whatever you got, so that can help you get that puzzle as well. So we're just going to keep on consuming. Keep on rolling and getting the money. Honestly, the hole is not very big right now. So, like, I'm going to need to get a lot more berries in there if I want to have an easier time in the coming zones. See, and this is kind of what I was talking about. So, like, for me, my mind is like, oh, go do the edges, right? But because of that, I'm also already skipping, like, stuff right here, because I'm 2 zones out instead of working 1 zone at a time, which is fine. I mean, unless you're really trying to min-max your incremental playthrough, it doesn't really matter, as long as you'll get it. So it's kind of rough in the earlier stages when you don't have as much time for the day. You can look at the little sun guy. He's your timer as those ticks go down. But things get a lot easier as you start to get more time in the day and whatnot. And again, the auto star popper. Again, this is very in-game run, very, you know, having everything. So I think I got, my save had 8 hours on it, but I don't think it took me 8 hours. I think that was just me being a doofus and leaving shit on overnight. You'll also see this green line around the hole. That is your hole size leveling up by berries going into it. It does reset every round, so it's not an ongoing thing. But if you get a level up, it keeps the level up, but it doesn't keep the progress. So like the hole is still going to be bigger on my next start because of that. You just, if you're getting close to this, you definitely want to try and push it if you can, is the big thing. And you really don't have much time after you hear that ticking sound. It's about to go. Collect whatever money's still left. Be by the bed. You got plenty of time to hang out, by the way. Like, see? It's not moving that fast. I think it moves even slower when it's smaller, but... And you'll definitely need that as you're working your way towards the coin pickup range and everything like that. 18 mil. I'm just going to start haphazardly grabbing upgrades because there's nothing in particular that I need. There's also like a blending berry smoothie kind of thing you can do with the chainsaw. It's, I don't know. In my opinion, not that necessary. It is necessary for one of the puzzles, but I don't know. It increases the growth rate of your little berry dudes shooting out their gunk. But I never really found it necessary, so do that if you want. You don't have to. But we got all the props here. At least looks like mostly. Let's pop into the next zone. Come on. Oh, wait, the hole's here. I should, you go over there. Consume those fruits, please and thank you. But realistically, again, if I want to, like, play actually efficiently, I'll throw it over there so it can start consuming stuff while I'm breaking all these walls down. Flap, flap, flap. It's satisfying, kind of like when you're cutting, like, wrapping paper to wrap gifts, and you get that smooth scissor glide. When you get it just right, it feels so good. But when the physics start popping in and you're just, like, banging it all over the place, it's like, bang. Blah. Cool. Got it. Cool. Then we'll keep on moving. Keep on keeping on. Here is another puzzle. I'm not going to like go in depth on how to solve all the puzzles, but when I see them, I'll at least mention them and mention how you do it. Just not going to go into everything. And don't worry, yeah, you can't like break the puzzle section. They'll all kind of float. Is my hole big enough for this? I cannot say that with a straight face. This one, you need to give them this smoothie, which is a certain blend of specific fruits. You can find the answer to that in the computer. Come on, bro. I was going to try and show you guys what that looks like. And before I do that, here's another annoyance you got to look out for. See all the coins popping out? That's what's not letting the house go in. If you want to avoid that, you got to pick up and... Nope, not the goddamn watermelon. There we go. Or not the watermelon. I know what fruits are. The pumpkin. That's a vegetable anyways. You got to do that because the coins do have physics and they will block things from going in. And sometimes you got to go back and forth. See, like fruit still went in. House is being a dickwad. Thank you. And of course you could just work your way up to just getting a bigger hole so it's a non-issue. But as you are going through, just go ahead and chuck that way. Hopefully there's no issues. Alright, keep on going, please. Pick everything up so I can show you guys. So, again, that's a memory match. That one's super easy. If you want to get the computer password... Oh, shoot. Shoot! What are we grabbing? Blap. I actually didn't get that much money that run. That's fine. That's fine. I actually have my G and H. We'll do that so I can get some hole size and give you guys a better view of it happening. It's pretty cool. Blap. I feel like every time you do that, you get some hole size. I feel like, at least. I don't know, maybe near in-game you don't, but it definitely feels like it at least. And then how far do we get on the... Yeah, so more than half. So more than a hole and a half, if you will. So we'll go ahead and chuck that over there again. Oh, actually, I missed... How the hell did I miss you guys? That makes no sense. Anyways, if you want the computer password, it's not that. It's actually when you do this, you figure out what they are, which is like, one's a B. Yeah, one's a B, one's an I, one's a T, and one's a Q. So it's some kind of order. I'm not saying that's the order. You see the order in that building because they're framed pictures. And then you just, it's left to right. And then that gets you in the computer. Then you can find some cool lore bits. And then you also get the recipe for the smoothie. This puzzle, again, is related to the radio, which is, there it is. It's a really stupid add and subtract math bullshit thing. I don't know. I just looked up a guide. There's no way I was going to try and figure that out. I don't know if I remember what the 42414 is, but it's obviously relevant. Again, that's the golden seed one. And then the next puzzle you guys will see on the next section of map when I start breaking down those walls. And it's a much easier one. Most of the puzzles are honestly pretty simple and straightforward, but that radio math one is really not. It was really tricky. I remember one of the guides I followed, I did everything it said and it just wouldn't work, and I had to find a different guide. Guess I could show you guys some other fruits as well. Maybe if it wasn't buried. Jesus Christ. Okay, I'll try and remember to show you guys on the next run, because that would be annoying to try and get everything through. And I feel like you don't have to worry about like the trampoline getting fruits in and not letting your props go in on really anything except houses, it feels like. I know that's obviously determined by the size of your hole and what you trying to go in, but I only ever really struggled with the houses. Everything else, even like bigger things like the cars and trailers and the water tower over there and things like that, I feel like they didn't really have much of an issue because they kind of physics their way into it, like the trees. But the houses, though, that's what was really giving me the issue. I'd like some upgrades, and I actually have a ton of money I didn't get. So let's do a little money scoop first. Money, money, money. Money. All right. I love how creepy it gets when it's time for bed. The little piggy bank comes down to look at you. We're definitely not even doing that. This is a star key. That is for one of the endings. Not relevant for us yet. And when I go to the end, that's probably the ending I'll do. Just I'll probably talk about all the endings to show you guys, but then that's the one I'll do if you guys want to see it. And if you don't, you can skip out on that part of the video. But yeah, you can go through all the fruits here. Actually, man, get out of here. But you can only go up to watermelon, which is the second highest tier. So, okay, bro, come on. That would have been bad if I actually hit one of my pumpkins. But you want to do random from current buddies, especially the higher your buddies are. And we have to go backwards. There we go. But one of the endings is to actually transform one of your pumpkins, which, if I can find a buddy, you'll see it takes 10,000 stars, which I could do right now, but it turns it into like a poison berry thing that, like, when it gets consumed, it starts this whole ending sequence thing that you gotta be really ready for. So you don't want to do it on accident, that's for sure. Get that rock, please. Thank you. You also can't consume important things like your buddies. They'll just pop out. Your sledgehammer, your trampoline, things like that. So don't worry if the hole's just kind of getting haywire or the physics are all just popping around everywhere. All right. I believe we only have... Okay, well, that just clipped through. I was worried that my hole wasn't going to be big enough for it, but... Dude, tree, can you just go in, man? Thank you. Being a pain in the ass for no reason. Just walk in my pet hole. Don't mind me. I do highly recommend that you guys... check out the lore if you're playing through, or actually listen to it. They're little cassette tapes that you get that go over kind of like this morning kids show kind of thing with a mascot that, again, you'll see in your game. And it's neat. It's just, it's weird and it's creepy and it's cool. And then again, I'll give spoiler warnings for when I actually start doing the ending, because it is relevant to that, but it's cool to see how creepy it is. Cool. All right. Got that hole here. Hole, come over here and consume these guys, please and thank you. I'm going to start tearing down some more walls. I want to say this is the last layer that I'm going into. Yeah. Last layer-ish, for the most part. A couple secrets and puzzles. I'll show you those as well. Wow. Also, kind of, for really weird vibes, reminds me of Truman Show. You're, like, trapped in this... quote-unquote real world. And just out here like breaking down the walls. Oh, I'm not gonna have time to break down all these walls. That's okay. I'll grab it on the next run. Yep. That's fine. Another 5 mil. without doing anything. Is that enough for anything? No, it's not. That's okay. Some of these upgrades get up to like 50, 60 mil or something like that. So, all right, hole. Go ahead and head off that way because it looks like there's some small stuff, and my hole really is not that big yet. So, we'll do fountain again though because it's got a smaller cooldown than the blitz. I don't think there's a cooldown upgrade for the blitz, which sucks, but I guess I also get it. And they're kind of similar now. Alright, break these down again. Show you guys some puzzles while we let the hole do its thing. Done all of them? Cool. There we go. Alrighty, yeah. Hole is definitely not big enough to consume that house. This is the house that always gives me the biggest issue. I don't know if it's the biggest house or what. Looks like it. I actually don't see any other big houses. Like there's a small town over there. Yeah, these guys give me the biggest issue. Especially, yeah, I'm probably gonna have to go to see. Cut it out, trampoline. I get it. You're trying to help me, but like you're not helping me in this specific scenario. Ah, move. There we go. Alright. See if we can consume this. Start small, try and get the truck. Is it even big enough for the truck? Come on, coins, work with me. Come on. You're doing the right things. There we go. Alright. Sometimes you gotta like wiggle back and forth to shimmy the items in there. For the most part, it's fine, but again, yeah, there's no way it's big enough for that house. Well, we'll try it just for funsies, but there's no way. This is always the last prop I end up getting. Yeah, it's not even big enough to start getting it. That's fine. We will have runs that are dedicated just to getting the hole bigger. God, I can. It just sounds so silly. Get some of the smaller stuff here. Especially because we'll get some, okay, that's cool. Go in, please. Thank you. There we go. Big enough to get the truck. Some stuff also, because every item has physics. Like, even though this is a wide truck, throwing it in the back, we'll just, end up going vertical and fall in for you. Oh, yeah, I can show you guys the puzzles, too. Here's one of the puzzles. It's this little clock that tells you when a taxi's going to show up. And when the taxi does show up, you just got to consume the taxi. It's actually super easy on that one. And just in case I can get more, we'll start heading back. Another one of the puzzles is over that way. Another one's back that way. Shoo. Money? Money. 15 mil for that. Damn. I remember thinking to myself when I played through the game, I was like, yeah, I don't think I'm going to get all the achievements. It's a lot, man, like saving up all that money. But then as I was going for some of the other achievements, kind of just started getting that much money. Yeah, I still had to do a bunch of runs dedicated to getting the, actual berries in versus consuming stuff, but it wasn't too bad. I was stressed out on the any ending in under an hour, though, because I think I did it in 52 minutes is what was on my save. But one of the forums that I read, they're like, oh yeah, probably go for the gnome ending. That's the fastest one I've been able to do, and I got that done in around 27 minutes. And I was like, damn, what was I doing wrong to get it in 52 minutes? I don't know if I'm big enough for that yet. Nice. Cool. All right. These guys can be a little... Okay, nope, that's too flat of a surface. God damn it. Coins. You're trying to make me rich. I get it, and I do appreciate that. But you... Oh, nope, now I'm bouncing. Bah. There we go. All right, hole. You just went... Oh, you went past the thing. I don't remember putting you that far. All right. It looked like we should have been able to get the mower, though. Okay. All right, yep, I get it. Please, there we go. Go all the way in, please. Can we? We not big enough for the mower? So sometimes you will run into this issue where other props will block other props going in, and unfortunately, that's not fun. Like, at this point, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get other things in, and it might just be better for me to jump in the hole. Never mind, we got it. But that will happen sometimes, especially if like you're only just big enough to get a house to start going in, but not... Oh, hang on. Can you go that way? Thank you. But like not big enough for the roof or something like that. Then I had that happen a handful of times as well. And it's okay. I mean, falling in the hole doesn't really hit your money that hard. Like, it does if you're still trying to upgrade to keep advancing. Obviously, at this stage in the game, it's not much of an issue. And it's really satisfying to get some of these props in the hole. Like, those stacks of buckets, those are super fun. What? Why are you not moving? Oh, really? So, I mentioned that earlier. That's one of the things. It does have a finite move capability. But when you throw more fruits in, okay, you'll get more move space. See if I can show you before the day ends. Just to show you as an example. Okay, you kind of saw it for a split second. You got that white ring around it. That's it's like basically its move bar and how far it can get. But it goes up pretty damn quick as you put the fruit in. So if you're really worried about it, then it's not too hard to keep it going. That's why stuff like vacuum capacity is so good on top of just it being money, right? Let's go ahead and go whole size, though, since I still need to work on getting that house. Oh, yeah. Shit. Then a great way to focus on whole size, which because I use the abilities, I should probably stay here and get a second one. One, hanging out right here with the trampoline, there obviously a lot of them are going in, but you can also just move the hole, again, like I mentioned, just to start consuming wherever your giant piles are. And you see the trampoline there freaking out because it can't get consumed. Got some goals. Cool. So that was 2 hole upgrades. That's okay. Yeah, it's not bad. There is a max size as well. There's an achievement for getting max hole size. So that way, whenever you pop that achievement, you'll know you don't need to focus on that anymore. And then you should be able to get the house. And even then, you might still need to finagle the house in. I feel like that happened to me. Just because of the stupid coins going in and stuff. Cool. Grab everything I missed over there. Here's another one of the puzzles. I'll explain in just a second. I really want to make sure I clear this corner out. That way I don't need to worry about it. Going into the next run. Come on. Thank you. Grab that trash can. And get this last flamingo and the... there's the taxi. Consume the taxi. Complete the puzzle. Also an achievement. And when you complete the puzzles, they give you black stars, which are, one, just worth more. Come on. Cool. But then also, it's like, oh, get all the black stars is an achievement. So doing all the puzzles. And then also, I just want to watch these pots go in because it's satisfying. There's also a good little grouping of pots in the second, or the first expansion. Hang on, here we go. Oh, yeah, that was so good. And then watching all the stars pop out. Very overwhelming when you don't have the auto star popper. You're just trying to keep up like, oh god, get the stars. Alright, get this little neighborhood and I'll show you guys this puzzle. So this puzzle here, you have to use the hole to see all of this like line work with the yarns. And you have to match up the circle, the square, and the triangle you see on the little podium there. And then you have to count how many pins it touches before it gets to the blue one there, and then that you just got to do the numbers, which is frickin'. Oh my god, what am I really already out? Damn, I almost walked into the hole. And you put in the numbers by clicking those, and this way I'll be able to show you guys a little bit more. Damn, again. Okay, wow, the day goes by so fast. We'll show you a little bit better this time. See, hole popped up, so now it can keep on moving. And obviously I only threw in, what was that, 2-3 pumpkins. So when you take a whole inventory over there, you get plenty of movement. I guess realistically, if you're trying to do what I'm doing right now and you're trying to go around consuming all the props, then I guess ideally you would want to just have a full vacuum as you're rolling. So like we'll just do this until we hit cap. So that way I at least have something in the chamber for when I do run out of move speed or move space. Flap. I think my capacity is like 24, 36, something like that. There's not a counter. I wish there was a counter. You'll only know after it stops sucking stuff up. There's a little sound effect. And then same thing when you're trying to shoot stuff out, when it just stops shooting stuff out. Get the big gnome, please. I also mentioned earlier about the speed run and the fastest one being to consume all the gnomes. That is one of the endings. That's the one I went with. Oh, hey, rainbow star. I don't think I ever noticed that. So you definitely want to make sure you have all the gnomes. Obviously, if you get to the point where you clear the entire map, it's pretty easy. I was stressing out, though, doing that one for the ending in under an hour, because there was just one on, like, the balcony of a house or something that I just couldn't find, or maybe it was in one of the tree houses or something, but I was panicking. I was like, dude, I got, like, less than 10 minutes. I can't find this freaking gnome. It's not showing up. So be careful there, for sure. And then, like, some gnomes... not here. I think I actually got them, but go in. Thank you. On the stacked pots, there was like a gnome at the very top and stuff like that. So I don't think there's anything too hidden. Like there's nothing hidden in there. There's none hidden like in those massive pots over there. I remember my buddy. I was streaming to my buddy, and he was trying to help me look for him. Like, dude, come on, where's this at? My hole really not big enough for these guys? Well, it's moving with it. Nah. Hole's not big enough. That's fine. We'll come back to it. Oh, did I lie? Did I fib? Are the coins fucking me up? Here, well, let's just move the hole. Keep trying to get shit in. I'm gonna go turn the coin off, or the trampoline off. And by turn it off, I mean chuck it. There's also the star door, by the way. That's where you put the key. That's like the basic ending, I suppose. Oh, I'm getting something in. Not the biggest one, but I got the other ones in. Alright, can we get you? Yes, there we go. Wait, oh, how did I miss the small one? Hang on, actually, you go there. I'm going to see if I can vacuum blast this, so I don't need to waste the hole. Yeah. So I think maybe after you remove a prop from its base position, then maybe that's what allows you to vacuum blast it. There's also another puzzle over there I'll explain on the next run, since I'll be over here anyways. At this rate, I'm not making a ton of money because I'm not trying to make the money. But I don't think I'm going to hit all the upgrades again, which is fine. All right, don't consume me, please. Please and thank you. We're going to be smart. We're going to chuck that before it impacts us. Oh, I still missed a... I missed a camper. How did I miss that? Thought I had everything. Alright. And then, while that's going over there, we'll start sucking up some of these. Just so that way I have it ready. Gold fruit are obviously worth more. But don't forget, when those gold fruits pop up and you have the bibbler, the floaty guy, make sure you're chucking them up there. It does persist round after round, so you don't need to worry about the RNG of getting them all in one round. That would be insane. Especially because you don't have a ton of time. Alright. So you're going to see a spot over here. It's like right up here, I think. Try and get that first. Yep, there it is. Okay, so that spot, that's, again, just like all the other puzzles. It won't get consumed. If you break the wall that it's attached to with the sledgehammer or the chainsaw, there's actually a little room in there that leads to a black star, and it's a cool little trippy thing because it's a forever hallway unless you turn around to face this world, like so you're like this, and you walk backwards to it, which is always a nice little fun trippy puzzle. Simple solution, but if you keep running forward, you won't be able to get it. Oh, I hear the chainsaw chopping up some fruit. Oh, and there we go. I ran out of move speed, so it's good that I brought the fruit. See, you pop in a whole inventory and like you're good, dude. Have plenty. I can't even see its move little circle indicator thing, so yeah, definitely good. These are pretty fun to get as well. I think I normally work the opposite direction because I feel like I'm normally getting all those before I get all these pots. Thank you, thank you. Appreciate you, big dog. Alright, big pots, in you go. I'm not quite at max size, but I might still be able to get that big yellow house out there. I don't think you fully need to get to the max size to get it. You just take some like finagling in to make it work is all. Also, if you're having a hard time placing your hole, you can just throw it to the back And I'll just put it at the actual borderline. Alright, should only be a couple more runs to actually get this in. Try and get the bus. No way it's going to make it. Yeah. God, you get so little time once you hear that sound. 46 mil. Yeah, the next upgrade that I can afford is probably 50 mil. And now I mostly only have huge stuff, so we're definitely going to chuck that. Not even deal with it. And my blitz is ready in a minute and a half, so we'll do that on the next round, which will help us get more hole size, just in case we're not big enough to get the house yet. See, there's another gnome on top of the tree, the slide. They don't seem too hidden, though. But if you do miss one in the earlier rounds, and you're in this massive of an area, it does get a little bit tricky. But the flying helps. I mean, it's unlimited, and there's a small height here. Like, see, I can't go any higher. So it's easy to, like, just kind of scan around. You feel like you're in God mode a little bit. You do carry your momentum, though, so you definitely want to drop first. Oh, cool. Okay, got one of the buses. Can I get the other one, please? Try and throw it behind a little bit. There we go. Bring it back. Yay! Bus is dead. Alright. Yeah, I think we only need a couple more runs. And then once I'm ready to do the ending, I'll explain how to do all the endings for you guys. Yeah, again, super quick and easy. I'm not going to go into a guide. No, you stupid fruit. How did that even get in? One must have still just bounced onto the trampoline somewhere. Go in, please. Please and thank you. There we go. Alright. Consume the rest of the cars, the small guys. Thank you. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Smack all these here. And again, still might struggle with the house, so you just go over there. I'm going to try and get some more fruit, even though we're probably coming up on time anyways. Oh, we're a little more than halfway through. It's okay. Alright. If I need anything, that's probably enough. I say as it actually doesn't need anything. Or it actually already ran out. Jeez. There we go. Did I really place that so poorly that you could barely get anything? There we go. Blah, blah, blah. Hello, stars. Can I let me at least get the slide, and then that way all I have to worry about is the house. Yes, all right. What is that little guy that I missed? Oh, it's the gnome. Okay, let's see where we're at. Let's get a vibe for house size versus hole. House versus hole. Sounds like a new Travel Channel show. Okay, so I'm moving. I'm moving it a little bit. Oh, okay. There's no way. And it's gonna start tipping. Oh, and I ran out of space anyways. Yeah, there's no way. So I'm gonna have to definitely spend a little bit of time growing the size of the hole. That's okay. Like I said, my abilities are off a cooldown. Come on, bed spawn. Thank you. You do lose your Bibble ability once you hit that Berry Blitz duration. Oh, hell yeah. That actually works out super well. Since we're about to do that. All right. Try and get a couple sizes on the hole here. G and H. Let's go. And watch it grow. Get some money while we're at it, I suppose. There's the green. Bam. Got it. Where's the green? Over there? Looks like. Alright. I said we'll get at least 2 and then we'll chuck it over there again and see if that's enough. Okay, yeah, I'm coming around. I mean, I could get more than 2 as well if I just like hung out here the whole time. But I also would like to complete it. I don't know. How fast is that moving? Maybe grab a third one. I don't know. This hole seems pretty damn big. And I'll be honest with you guys. I don't know. Oh, look. I'm consuming smoothies without trying. Here we go. Cool. I don't know if it just stops when you've reached max size. Like I said, I know there's that achievement. So I know there's a good indicator, but I don't know if it just stops when it gets there. Like if maybe the green disappears. Or maybe it wraps all the way around but doesn't refresh to a new cycle, maybe. And look at that. I got 50 mil down there, so I was struggling to save up for that 48 mil upgrade I just bought. But now that I'm doing a run that's actually dedicated to hole growth, and technically money as well, just because I'm standing by it. Yeah, upgrades are definitely not an issue. However, yeah, there's the answer to our question. I just got the whole growth, and it just stayed green and lit up around it. So now we know we're at max hole size. Please go consume that stupid house. There's no way I should need these, but just in case. This house has been a pain in the ass every single time, every single rewind I've done. But then again, like I said, I feel like I usually get it in before I'm actually max size anyways, because that looks like a non-issue, right? Yeah, easy peasy, in. Cool, there we go. All right, so let's go ahead and throw the hole over there, and I will talk you guys through the endings real quick. All right, so first ending, base ending, is buying that gold star key, which is, what, 5 mil? 500,000, something like that. We'll go in the store and buy it, and then you just use it there. That's ending number 1. Ending number 2, you have to make sure you consume all of the gnomes in the entire play area. And, I mean, if you're consuming all the props anyways, that will be easy, and you'll do it naturally. 5 mil for the unlocks the star key. So we got that, and hey, we can afford another one anyways. Sure, why not? And then once you do that, there is a certain thing that will spawn in your little room here, and it'll have like a little disk for a floppy disk to put in the computer. That starts one of the endings that way. Another one is to do the poison berry thing I was telling you guys about. When you actually upgrade one of your pumpkins to the next one, it turns into some kind of poison berry. You chuck it in there, or it automatically goes in there, realistically. And then it, like, the whole place starts to get flooded. And it also turns off your, like, bibbler thing, right? So you can kind of do some fun parkour stuff to try and outlive it. Or that is the ending, but there's an achievement to outlive it for like 2 minutes, I think. But it's much easier just to go hide up there before it actually gets thrown in. And that's one of the endings as well. And what is the last ending? I'm trying to remember what the last ending is. The last ending is, I want to say it's tied to getting all the stars. And then again, something will be in there that you can interact with that I will not show you guys. And then you can do that ending. But for now, for this video, we're just going to do the basic ending. So spoilers ahead if you care. We are going into that, so hop away from the video now. But maybe I'm being a dumb. You actually got to grab the key and carry it over. And then we'll do the ending. Please go away, hole. You're kind of in my way of everything. Oh, actually, where the hell did the key go? Because the key's normally around here. It can't get consumed, but it's... There it is. Thank you. Pops around, just like all the other stuff. There's also a really fun ending that's unlock the star key without breaking any of the initial walls, and you gotta, like, use the hole to go under the walls and stuff, and use the bibbler to float up. It's kind of sketchy. It's kind of sketchy, but it's fun. Oh, come on. Really? The bibbler didn't help me get up the stairs? Alright. Ending number 1 / base ending. Oh. Creepy. Lesson time.
Hi there,
and I'll let
little
this play out for you
sprouts.
guys.
Welcome to lesson time. Today, Miss Rainbow wants to talk about something very important. Something shiny. Can you guess what it is? That's
Oh, no.
right. Money. Money.
Capitalism.
Toys and snacks and big buildings with bright lights. But money can't buy happiness.
Ah, speak for yourself, man.
Happiness grows on the
Buy a lot of Taco
inside,
Bell.
like a berry on
It's
a
kind of the same
vine.
thing.
And if you pull too hard, well, the vine snaps.
Creepy.
Some people forget that. They start counting coins instead of counting smiles. They look at numbers and bottom lines instead of all the good they could do in the world.
Corporate
And
America.
They decide that if something doesn't make enough, it doesn't deserve to grow anymore.
Oh, that's
But
too
gardens
too
don't
close
work
to
that
home for
way.
small
Don't
indie
rip out the
devs
roots
not
because the harvest
making
is
it through from
modest.
big
Because
producing
when
companies.
greed gets hungry, it doesn't stop eating. And when it's done, there's nothing left but vacant worlds, vacant people. Just take a look at our new friend, Sprouts. What did they do? They destroyed our beautiful garden with their insatiable desire for more, more, more. Never content. Always more.
It's true. I
Well,
did get like hundreds of
If
millions
they
of
want to
monies
be
on that
a
run.
Greedy little piggy. I can make that happen. So remember, little Sprouts, happiness isn't something you buy. It's something we nurture.
I mean, both can be true. And there you go. That is the base ending for the game, Berry, Berry, Berry. A lot more context there, again, if you listen to the cassettes, which you can go back and listen to them. But again, you have to go into that little room that I was trying to avoid the whole time to not show you guys spoilers just through the gameplay. But it's really neat. It's actually a really neat story. And then again, a lot of the achievements are super fun to get. Things like, you know, speed running, things like creative ways to beat it, and everything like that. So definitely check it out. It's such a fun game. And as always, I appreciate you guys stopping by and hanging out with me. I'd appreciate the heck out of you for a like, sub, and comment. That way you'll see when I'm dropping content the next time. And I will see you guys later. Love you now. Bye.